Vincent. Very big that man. If you do it, my brother, if there's something I'm thankful to Almighty Allah for, since this whole thing has started, since your switch on this case, is that God gave me this ability to reason on my own. When you started reading, personally I've clocked you a long time ago on this case, like, this guy is trying to jeopardize this case. But when you started reading that leaked chat, and then you read what is on the chat, and it's time for you to analyze what is on the chat, and now here you are bringing external incidents into what you just read, like you are in that person's mind. And guess what? When you read that thing, or when you say something, and people clock you and be like, no, bro, this thing you're saying, this is it. Okay, let me take for an example. When you said that Naramali never bullied Mohbad, and then we have a lot of people answering your question like, bro, here are evidence from this person being bullied, being recorded by the same person, mentioning this person's name. A normal human being would take a hell. And normally you don't already know, you just want to whine everybody, but it's all good, you bring that pass on that one now. But your whole system of brilliancy, you're using it in a funny way. Because I must give it to you, you are very, very brilliant. You should be a psychologist. But I would say a psychologist for a reform or rehab center. Because I feel like you have that talent or that gift of molding people. Because you have that, Oga, you the boss like with confidence. You the opa. And one thing about the way you analyze your life, so believable. It's one thing. You see, I think the reason why some of us are clocking you is because you see when this Mohbad case started, some of us are not reading on blogs. So people like us, anyway, from Arise TV news to channel news to this to that, I was following the case back to back. So every single information about that case, I have it here. And it's quite funny how you would say something, and then when someone tries to tell you like, okay, what you said now, nobody saw the matter be you. A normal person just sit down. Okay, I said I don't make mistake, but no, bro. Then there's this twist. You know what's funny about you, Vincent? When you do something, it's like watching a child lie. I don't know. I think this is why most of the people who are able to clock your ways are females. I've seen a lot of brilliant men who clocked you as well, but I think the majority of people who clock your ways are females. And I think that's because some of us have kids, and we understand like when you catch that kid, like, why did you do this? Why did you lie? That kid is trying to like use another lie to cover another lie, another kind of thing. Imagine they brought you a video of how you said. That this boy was being bullied by this agency. Oh, you even asked them, they said they are owing that boy money. Sit down, show them your own evidence, show them the business side and everything. You understand? Because you really only was money. He told me how much he was equal. It's not small. He told me how much he was equal. What they owe him is a lot, this and that. And they caught you in that lie and they said, but bro, this thing that we are saying now, or should I say that we've been saying, but we are trying to emphasize it now, you said the same thing in the past. And rather than taking that L like, okay, yeah, I said it, but say that time, I never really mix with these people to ask them their own question. And let me tell you something, there's absolutely nothing. You see, the only thing you can do on this case is to vindicate them that they did not kill that boy. But say they no bully that boy. Uncle, just forget that way they try to, that one cannot work. Evidence choke. It's because of copyright this thing, for the insert all the thing inside song. And a lot of people talking about, and even Mohbad said, you still beg Naramali before. You go get one time where say, you go beg your oppressor. Because you go say, okay, ma beg and make this whole thing finish. Especially if the kind of person who don't even like wahala. Now what am I saying? They showed you a video of where you were saying something like, okay, these people are the suspects. Oh, let's cancel Naramali. Let's do it. And as a matter of fact, I feel like it be like that because now you don't quickly jam talk from the beginning. So maybe they cancel these people. It be like that work you can't do now. Say, hey, my brother, no verse. That's the way I talk. Man, just no worry. And I start down, no worry. I go help now clear. No verse now, no verse. They caught you in a lie, and now they said, okay, this is like we talk. Debunk them. Guess what you used to debunk? I say I am 10 steps ahead of you people. Okay, this is what I talk now. If you check the video, where I put suspect number 3. But I don't go do suspect number 1. You see, that was where I realized that you are a kid. And I feel like that's why we females we are able to clock you. Because some of us we get picking with the act like you. Some of us have husband who act like you. Man will say you will see pattern for your car. Now this doesn't belong to me. This talks in our car wash guy where they wash your car. Maybe in a use clean the car. We have men like you. Some of us have boyfriends who behave like you. That's why women are the ones clocking this habit of yours. And you are feeling of the misogyny of Nigeria. Because the woman way they follow fight, she has already beat what it means for Nigerian men to appreciate women. She's a single mom, she's rich, she's an actress. You see that one? If you get those character, automatically most Nigerian men don't go even they don't see you finish. They have their perception about you. And that's why you're winning all this thing. To be honest, that's why you're winning. Now they don't catch you, say, okay, now you even talk to no cancel these people. One of us said no even think of that thing, this and that. They don't catch you, because say, that way you talk. And she you talk about some other people. Bro, stay on topic. Stay on topic. Reminds me of and the guy was like, Madam Aja, I see your video, you don't associate your for the video where you do, but that Naramale saying now, okay, accept Naramale bully Mohbad, okay, but that way that Naramale died, that Mohbad died, did Naramale, did he bully him? Boss came to everyone and said, show me a video where Naramale bullied Mohbad. And then some of us come out and tender those videos and said a lot of things about the video. And here you guys are saying, but why would I know the last stay on topic? You see, when I started, or should I say when I stopped taking you serious was when you started reading that group chat. After reading that group chat, you will be like, you've read it. Like, no human being will see what you read, because you actually have a screenshot of it. And when it's time for you to analyze what you read, here you are bringing external incidents like, you see this thing I read now. Now remember that time where I thought this thing, I made this person write this the way he writes. Were you in the person's mind? And now, there was a part where you lied that, okay, you yourself, you said it. Now, oh God, let's analyze this whole thing. You know, there was a time I started saying to myself, like, nah, this large amount of people cannot all be, you know, daft and believe what you are doing. So then I understood the concept of lie. You see, one thing I understood is, if you had came out to tell people, you know, they say, Yabojo, another celebrity, then get WhatsApp group. You see, every single thing you're saying about this WhatsApp group, every analysis of yours will not really eat like that. Then I remember they used the word secret WhatsApp group. You see that secret where you don't put, see now they give you respect. You are. That secret where you don't put, even thank you for that WhatsApp group, but they get meaning for people here. And that is what you are using. The fact that you named that WhatsApp group secret WhatsApp group. So if WhatsApp group and secret WhatsApp group, now if it's the WhatsApp group on my phone, just because my mom doesn't know about the WhatsApp group, then all of a sudden, if something got exposed in that WhatsApp group, then it makes it a secret. And you know what's crazy? While he was telling everyone that it's a secret, a lot of us were saying this WhatsApp group was never a secret. Why? That's because there was a point during this whole thing that the same thing you read on Yabojo's page concerning this thing, you will read it on Tonto Dike's page. Same thing you will read it on this Sam Clef guy's page. And the fact that you yourself, you read somewhere out from that WhatsApp group that Tonto Dike said, Mama, should we repost? Then Yabojo composed what they will repost. You said it with your mouth. Now you read them and say, Tonto Dike ask Yabojo, say she made a repost. So if one of them said, okay, this thing we've discussed, should we repost? How does this still remain a secret? Because that was, you see, you know why if you even follow people drag again? A lot of them were not even following this case. They were waiting for bloggers. And during that time, we that were following the case, hearing what Mohbad's lawyer had to say after the whole coronation and whatever, hearing what Mumi's lawyer had to say, hearing what the IG had to say, hearing this, hearing that, we have the full details of everything. That period was like, it was like watching a series, because we were in expectance of this thing. And you yourself that keeps saying, like, every single time you come out, you are bringing another thing that you bring. And it's quite funny how your suspicion is the same thing this Wunmi girl had. Because I heard some people saying, why Wunmi can't write something where they make people think that they Naramale killed that boy? Now let's analyze this. Even before Wunmi went to Arise TV, because Wunmi's son, you know, say before she started granting interview, he late. Because when the boy died and she made a post, everyone was like, oh, see person where they mourn, we don't quickly they post. Just like this fish guy that died. I already see the girlfriend saying, oh my God, this and that. That's what about this generation. Because when the day that I was like, girl, enter house small now. But I think I've seen that enthusiasm of, because I've seen a lot of people that their parents died today and it's like, oh, I just lost my grandmother. That's the IQ right now. Now the girl made a segment, this was what she said. You can pause to read. Now you yourself, you said it. You were mentioning a particular guy's name, that the guy that brought that nurse to them, they should question that nurse.
Alright, so you can see, they said the nurse, National Association of Nurses said the nurse that gave Mohbad a tetanus injection is a quack nurse. And this is why I said those 3 boys that announced that Mohbad is dead, they have questions to answer. First of all, who took him there to that nurse? Secondly, immediately after she gave him the injection, did he die immediately or did he die hours later or minutes later? Because in the video where those boys are showing Mohbad is dead, Mohbad head moved, and immediately his head moved like this. They ended the video. The question is, who is the nurse working for and who are these boys that took him there working for?
Now you yourself, you said it. You said the guy that brought the nurse, they should question the guy. That nurse, if you say they use that nurse, I'll play the video. That now made her to start getting suspicious that I mean, they've seen this nurse can't kill my husband. Which made your assumption during that time and Wunmi's assumption to have said it in her own on a chat that you've taken him away from me. To be the same thing. And it's quite funny how some people would think anyone who speak against you hates you. Me that time. If you know what they follow bloggers, they are my fellow females do during that Jenny's Glow case. But the time I started clocking your misogynies, your misogynistic attitude was when the girl died and the boyfriend mutilated her. What were you saying on your page? This guy now, I don't go to blame the guy with king girlfriend, because girls now out of now they look for money. You see that one? Then I started seeing the number of people applauding you. That was when I realized that you have 2 major fans, kids and misogynistic people. So anything you say that involves a woman, automatically you don't win. But you see this particular one where they do this one, Vincent Bagbe. most of you that are trying to make this whole thing to be pinned and, being extra constructive, or should I say, most of you that want this whole thing to, finally lead to saying the wife now find the husband. And I go, wait, Taya. Trust me. And the reason why you are going to wait, Taya, is because it did not happen. The way you guys wanted to happen was not the way it happened. And I remember the old DNA thing that it was you who started it. You read it in the chat that one of them said this private DNA that they did, that was there. But it is not in anyone's place to review what the result is. And I remember one time when this OGB guy, that he actually said it out like, they've done the private DNA and the child is for Mohbad, this and that. Trust me, if that child is not for Mohbad, because one thing I know is they don't want to be the one to say it outside, because they don't know what's the paternity result of that boy. Who the fuck are you people to be expecting someone to come and tell you, oh, my child is for my husband? And the fact that even Mohbad's dad was like, oh, there was a time my son gave me Mohbad and the way I feel the boy and he snapped us, that one is enough for me. But Nigerians are the one asking. Now I put her for the man mouth. As the man comes to say, man said this DNA thing, they bring on you. He jumped on the bandwagon. That was what the man did. And I saw a place where Yabo just said, oh, that Mohbad's father is a useless father. The word is heavy, but a lot of us feel that way. And guess what? For the longest time, it was not even up to 2 weeks after the boy's death. The father was in the studio singing about it. The father was wearing his clothes. The father, guess what you guys said? You said it is okay. That's the man's coping mechanism. But the wife, after like 1 year and a half, we can't get the courage to do birthday for her picking, to do this. You're like, see, someone that husband died. See the way she's doing. No matter. It is well. But Vincent, you know what? By God's grace, some of us go there alive. You see some of your fans, because I've observed all of them, they are very small boys, very, very small. They are they are small. And the ones that are not small, that looks like they should be intelligent. When I speak to some of them, you can easily tell, like, okay, these are the grown kids. And I have to give it up to you. You are a great talker, and it is very, very difficult to actually like sense your life. But I mean, some of us, all thanks to my lecturer, Mr. Alimi, some of us did psychology with it. And for anyone who knows about Blossom taxonomy, you go clock very dark, man. You will know that this one, oh, I can't. Recently, like I said, as far as you are the one trying to convince people that they did not do anything bad to this boy, now you dig them inside. Let's see, if anything happens to Naira Marley and his career becomes what it is today, now you start them. Now you see the Kuba them till now. You see, if you are only emphasizing on the fact that what happened inside that house, and you did not add, they never bullied Mohbad. There's possibility that people will. So you see a lot of people that are now pandering, because I've seen a lot of people like, Naira, we are sorry, we apologize to you, we shake it call. That one is normal. It's normal in Nigeria. We know in Nigeria they cancel people. Even the time when they say they cancel now. If you release on that time, people will go listen, either to criticize him negatively or positively. They will still listen, and he has a listener. But there's more to it disturbing in himself. That's why he's not releasing song. Anyway, masala, bye.
Alhaja Kausara, I say Vdm, I don't clock you since now. But this one you are trying, coming with all sort of narratives and all of that. Everybody has clocked him and know that yes, you are a manipulator, you are a liar. Like I said, it's supposed to be psychology. Yes, the psychologist. That's what he's meant to be, because of course he's smart. For somebody to be coming like that and analyzing things, and some people are falling for it and believing him. Of course, he's a smart person, but the way he's using his smartness is in a corny way. Is it your smartness to want to be deceiving people? You cannot deceive everybody. Some of us too, we can reason, we can think. When you see that they want to catch you, you will come up with another lie. When you see that they don't catch you again, you come up with another lie. Everybody is saying no, they called Mohbad's father that he was a useless father. Did you all not thought that way? A father that your son died, and in 2 weeks you started entering studio to record music, and you started wearing his clothes, you started doing all sorts of things. Did we not all think that the man was a useless father? But yet some people were supporting him. Oh, that's his coping mechanism. Oh, that's the way he wants to mourn his son. Blah 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 blah. But Wunmi that came outside a year plus later and started posting and started going to parties and started doing birthday for her child. They say, see person where her husband die. See person where her husband die. See what you are doing. I don't understand. Is 1 year not enough to mourn a husband's passing? Meanwhile, the father, so because people will be saying, nobody loves Mohbad more than his father. You cannot love him more than his father. But the son died. Immediately he wanted to go and bury him. In fact, he even buried him. Buried him, put cement, put everything. Immediately. People are not seeing anything wrong with that. But with me, that is, I don't understand people. We've clocked this guy's life. You should stop deceiving yourself. Yesterday he was shouting. You know, better for everybody. They strong face, they do it. Baba, be shon le at a kai. You don't catch you say you are trying to buy such normally for us. You just keep lying and lying and lying and manipulating your ate that cannot think with their head. I beg you, go and sit down. Temtopper said, I can't stand that guy. I did not have the patience to listen to him. You even try to listen to him. I just put his talk. I just put it on mute. I just mute the yeye guy. Top fan general says if Nigeria security agencies didn't stop that guy, it will cause a lot of havoc to this country. I'm telling you. It's a disaster waiting to explode. Waiting to explode. Ada says very narcissistic, egoistical, power-hungry beast. His plan has failed, obviously. He has seen there are a lot of people that have clocked him. And you see that Mario, he's the one that he's the weapon fashioned against him. His plan has failed. We are smart and can see through him. Normally, Uncle know he has great social influence. That's why they went to him to help redeem their career. But it no work. Carista Johnson says, my sis, thanks for this video. Anyone believing VDM for this 2025 is finished, as that person does not have brain. Even, what do you want to do with somebody's day? What's your business if the child is Mohbad'S or is not Mohbad'S and all of that shouting, just making noise, scatter the whole issue? Even if they impose the DNA test, they go see talk. The only thing that pained me the most is Yabo coming out to explain herself. She could have just typed or better still leave him. Baba is using the excuse to prolong releasing the so-called evidence he claimed he has. Person no get which evidence? He no get anything. Doesn't have any evidence. Doesn't have any evidence. God use obsess. If you do psychology, trust me, you can see through him. Exactly. For everyone that has done a psychology class, that me, I have a psychology book that I've read. I did psychology in school. I can read through you. Just your one statement from you is enough for me to know the kind of person that you are. Like I can read through people. You will know from the very onset, from the very beginning we started with this push, NAFDAC, whatever. I was like, this guy is up to no good. I told my husband, this guy is up to no good. He's a manipulator. All these things that he's doing, I didn't even know he had a greater intention than that. And now he's showing himself. I'm like, this guy is a liar. If you study psychology truly, if you did psychology, you will know, you can see through him. He likes to be the main character. He's the one there. It's VDM. Oh, thanks to VDM. Oh, it is VDM. It's because of VDM this matter is resolved. Oh, it's because of VDM this one is this. Oh, it is VDM. That is what he likes. That's the kind of person that he is. It is well. Tifa said a lot of us felt he's a useless father. Yes. And no one is even talking about the fact that the man said he knew what's by the son. Yes. He even did another interview of recent, I think this year, saying he knows the person that buy the son. That if they release, if Wumi decides to do the DNA test today, that after the DNA test, he would tell us the person that buy the son. Why are you waiting if you know the person that buy your son? But you are waiting for DNA to be done before you tell us the person that buy your son. And then somebody is now coming to say they should go and protest. Protest for what? The father knows what killed his son. Let his father, if he wants to fight, let him go and fight for justice. Maybe people will get their life to live will come and be protesting for you. They're just wasting people's time. As Prince Ade says, your analytical capabilities are highly commendable. Kudos, my sister. Sharisby says, I've discovered someone who thinks critically. Girl, you are highly intelligent. Stephen says, like, you get, Baba they read chat and still they explain. What are you explaining for? Like, is it that you think that we don't have sense? Of course, you can read the chat. What's wrong with the chat? We are analyzing chat. You want to, all the evidences that Mohbad posted, you want to discard that one. But you are holding on to the fact that Naira Marley said if something happens to him, they should hold his wife. He also said if something happens to them, they should hold Naira Marley. Why are you discarding that one? Why are you holding on to the one that the wife said? Oh, we should forget all the video evidences, all the injury on his body. We should forget that one. But we should hold on to the fact that Naira Marley said if something happens to him, they should hold the wife. We are going to hold the two. Why do you want to discard one and hold somebody for another one? Chica, who are you? I beg you, come on for here. Come on for here. William says, but Yabo knew everything early before this matter came to public. She knew after. Many of us believe on her on this issue. What's this one saying? Aslala Amoya says, you are truly knowledgeable. Your breakdowns are always so clear and impactful. Very, very impactful. Chidema says, you are the most intelligent woman I have come across. VDM na manipulator. Right from the very beginning. And in the other way, using charity to cover up his evil deed. Thank you. I will give you 10 million naira if you do this. I will give you, I beg you, where the money gone? Where did he get it from? It's not the money that they donated to him. And the money is making from this so-called Mohbad issue. The guy is just a manipulator. Look, it says, cast her and a national treasure. Normally, we need you in government. If the girl alone, no, maybe she just do a day. Treasure boy says, it's clear that it's not about justice for more anymore, but it's justice for Naira. And it will not work because we are not blind. We saw everything. We saw all the details. So you cannot deceive us. And listeners, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.